Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true, but the world is pretty cool.
Hello, welcome to Football Manager 20 Pentagon Challenge Season 2, Episode 4. In the last episode, we managed to win the league by the skin of our teeth. We've had one game since then, and now we're on to the FA Cup semi-final. I'll just quickly show you. It was a 1-0 win against 16th. I think it was a penalty by the usual penalty taker, Fernando. Slotted it home, very comfortable. Obviously, because there's only been one game, there really hasn't been much to talk about. We got as prize money, and I asked for a coaching badge, and they said we currently don't have the finances to do it. So I probably asked a bit too soon. So I think I'm gonna jump ship. I'll talk about it a bit more, but I've applied for a couple of jobs, got rejected from the North Korean Premier League. That's not a good sign. I'll be able to think a bit more after the game about what I'm going to do. I did change the tactics around a little bit because it's hard work running in the heat. I did it today and I was only in goal and it was difficult. But I've lowered the tempo a bit and then I've lowered the defensive line, and I've added a defensive midfielder in there just to make sure those defenders don't have to run around as much, because it's hard. It's really hard work. I'm going to do similar to how I've done for episode 3, where I just record the game and then do highlights. I think it's a bit more fun that way. You'll have to let me know what you think, but that's what we're going to do. So either this game will just be highlights of this game, or if we win, could be the final. We're playing Air Force, who managed to finish second in the league. Beat us 3-1, I believe, but we also beat them 6-0, so there's definitely a chance for us to get a result here. Tell the team to do this for our fans, could not agree more. Alright, let's do this thing. Come on, bad boys. I am so hot right now, I can't even imagine how hot it is in Sri Lanka. Pereira for Air Force. I'll just close this down, I didn't realise I'd left it. Oh, Acela Sinasoria gets the header, it was floated in. Gotta be defending that a bit better, haven't we? Looked like he headed it in the 6-yard box. Where's the keeper? Having a look at this. Pereira, yeah, puts it all the way into the 6-yard box. Easy header for him. 1-0. Bad start. Bad start for Badovita. We seem to be doing much better than us, so I'm going to try and go cautious, see if we can hit him on the counter-attack. Soak up a bit of that pressure and pounce with the wingers. Maybe. We've had a shot. Free kick from Fernando. Can we get one back in similar fashion? Oh, a Bruce scored. It seemed to hit the post from Agbeti's header, then get caught between the keeper's legs, and Anjana and Bruce says, "Thank you very much." Put on a plate for him. Agbeti leapt, hits the post, keeper tries to collect, defender gets in the way of him, and Bruce says, "Thank you very much." Puts it home, 1-1. I think changing to cautious definitely worked. Half time, 1-1, even on the stats after I changed to cautious, so I'm going to stick with that because that seems to be working. I mean, it's possible that they just put the foot off the gas when they were winning, but I don't know. I think there's an obvious correlation between changing and doing well. That could all be nothing for nothing. Those Nishard puts it over again. We're not very good in the air, are we? 62nd minute, Fernando with a free kick. Oh, that looked like a penalty. It looked like a push in the back. It was. Fernando scored his last 2. Tends to miss them, though, when he scored a few in a row. What can he do here? The young man steps up. No pressure, son. No pressure. Oh, I fucking said it. I told you. What a chance. Fernando, when he scored a few, he obviously gets a bit comfortable. That's what he's consistently done. He'll score 2 and miss 1, score 2, miss 1. Going to redeem himself with a good corner. Puts it into the middle. Ooh, it looked like Fernando got his head to that, but headed over. Still 1-1. Very even on the stats now. I think I'm going to look at making a substitution. I just don't know who. Agbeti's looking tired, so I am going to bring him off for Wakagoda. I'll leave it at that for now. We could much rather have a fit centre-back for these last 10 minutes, as I believe it goes to penalties. In the last couple of minutes, I'll just make some substitutions for players that aren't as good at penalties, like Bandarado. Well, he only has 2. Not very good, is it? Penalty taken 1, 1, 6. You can come on. Rias, 1. Fernando, 1. And the goalkeeper. Brilliant. Oh my god, not another. Last minute highlight for Air Force. They've beaten us in the air all game. And they've done it right at the death. That's so upsetting. That's so upsetting. No FA Cup for Badovita United. No FA Cup on what is likely going to be my last game here in Sri Lanka. There it is. Full-time whistle goes. Man, it's disappointing to consistently concede in my last minute like that. But I'm really not too upset. They probably deserved it. You know, they have been the better team throughout the league. It's just a bit upsetting, you know. So take a look at my profile here. I'm on 10%. You start off at 5%, but I've got no coaching badges, so I'm really not sure what I'm going to do. I'm definitely going to leave because there's just no point in me playing out the rest of the next season when I'm only in the Confederations Cup anyways. So I think I'm going to try and get a job in like China or, you know, one of the higher reputation leagues, maybe Saudi Arabia. And if I have to take a second division job, then I'll do that and get my coaching badges that way and, you know, slowly start getting some more reputation before I head off to another continent. So with that said, we will click resign. Do you wish to resign as manager of Badovita United with immediate effect? I do, yes. What's this? You've just handed in your resignation. We would really like you to consider. I'm sorry. I appreciate everything you've done for me, Sanka Mashi's Mohammed Samir. Is he the same guy? I'm not sure. We will sorely miss your leadership at the club. We wish you all the best in the future. I'm going to miss you, pal. I'm going to miss you. 2 players that I want to be adding to a shortlist and I want to keep their information after they retire so we can look back. The first one is Dihiga Sadiniej Sajif Fernando. Never learned how to say his name. I'm definitely giving him a new one because I will have forgotten by the time I come back to these Sri Lankan players. Fantastic. 16 years old. Got him in the first season. Played 44 times. Scored 16 goals. This season he's bagged 10. 8 of those from penalties granted. Does that say he's missed 6? I think, yeah, he missed 6 penalties. I'm not too upset at that because he's been absolutely fantastic for us. 7.34 rating in the league, 8.18 in the cup. Great player, great player. I'm going to miss him. The next player is, of course, Kamal Silva. Fantastic striker. Also got him in the first season. He has carried us to 2 league titles, 39 goals in 59 games. Fantastic player. 23 this season. Didn't play much in the cups, but that's because I wanted to play other strikers ahead of him in those games. Played every single league game, I do believe. No, he missed 1 league game. Fantastic player. Been great for us. And he will also be missed. And last but not least, Anjana Abreu. Again, another player we got in the first season and has just consistently performed for us the entire time. Played 31 games a season, so he only missed 3 games all season. Played all the FA Cup games. Played 58 times in total for Badovita United. Fantastic player and a great name. You don't even need to give him a nickname. He's called Abreu. What else could you possibly want? And there goes my time in Sri Lanka. Like I said, gonna holiday for a bit, try and find a new job. Hopefully find one in China or Saudi Arabia or one of the, you know, more highly reputed Asian countries. I will see you in the next episode with a new team. Bye bye.